Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Edgar-O world. So today's video is going to be a really special one. I wanted to do something a little bit different and I didn't know when I was going to do this video. I've been wanting to do this video. I've been planning to do this video, and I think the time is now, because it feels right, and it just feels like it's the right time to let you guys know on my little secret. Of course, from the thumbnail and the title of this video, you guys already probably know what this video is about. But before I introduce you guys to my little baby, I want to give you guys a little backstory about how I got him, for those of you who don't know. Of course, if you have been following my channel for some time, or you follow me on Snapchat, you guys are familiar with this story. But for those of you who don't know, let me explain a little bit of it. So 4 years ago, I rescued a little mixed Chihuahua. Well, I didn't rescue him from a shelter, but I did find him. He was a lost dog. At this time, I was driving to my job, and then I found him. I saw him in the middle of the street, and he was just sitting there like waiting for someone. And when I pulled up, I opened my car door and he jumped right into my car, and then he was so scared, and then he jumped from the passenger side to the back side, and I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? So what I did is I took him home, and then the next day in the morning, that's when I tried to find the owners, and I went weeks looking for the owners. We put out a lot of flyers. I put up Facebook posts, Craigslist posts, lost and found posts. I went to the vet. I mean, I did everything in my power to see if maybe he was lost. But when I found out from the vet that the microchip was actually erased, their information was erased, it kind of led me to believe that the owners, the original owners, had probably most likely abandoned him. At this time, I was living in such a small apartment, and I was in such a dilemma because I do have another baby. His name is Tommy. And I was like, man, I don't think I can have 2 dogs. You know, the landlord was like, no more dogs. So I felt so bad. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to take him to a shelter. But I didn't want to do that because at this time I had to go to New York. I flew to New York. My mom was sending me pictures, was like telling me, this dog is really sad. This dog is really depressed. He doesn't want to eat, nothing. And I felt so bad because I knew that when I come back home, he was going to be put in a shelter. So when I got home from my New York trip, this baby just, when he saw me, he was just... This was not my intention to get on camera and cry. Okay, we're gonna have to cut this. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, you guys, I am back. I am so sorry about this. Every time I talk about this, I get so emotional. Man. This was not my intention. I did not intend that I'm getting on camera and getting so emotional. Okay, let's try this again. I'm so sorry. Like I said, this is very emotional for me. This still hurts. This still hits home because, like I was saying, this is something that just recently happened, and I've been trying to cope with it, and I feel like I'm getting better at it, but every time I tell the story, so many memories and so many feelings come back. But I feel like it's important for me to say this right now, to kind of get the story right. Let me not evaluate the story way too much because I get so emotional. But like I was saying, when I got back from New York, Chico, he got so happy, so excited to see me. He was just running around the house, and my mom was like, wow, he was not like this. So I decided at that point that, you know what, I'm gonna keep him no matter what. He is going to be my baby, and I'm gonna love him. I'm trying to put a happy smile so I don't get so emotional. Oh my god. So yeah, we had a really long journey together. Unfortunately, Chico passed away in October of last year, 2019, and his death was just unexpected. Like, I did not think it was gonna happen that day. He wasn't sick, everything was fine. Fast forward to, I guess now, I was so devastated. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just felt like there was no love left in my heart. Like, I was just dead. It was a pain that I never felt before. My heart felt heavy, my stomach I just didn't want to eat nothing. I was crying day to night. I didn't want to listen to no music. I didn't want to do any videos, and that is the reason why I took a break from YouTube. I needed to get my mind out of this dark place that I was in. And I started watching this YouTuber by the name of Brent at Water. She is, I guess, what you would call a animal medium. She is a person who communicates with pets who have passed on to the next life. And I just thought it was interesting, everything she was saying. So that kind of helped me heal a little bit better. And then as the days started going, the weeks, the months, I started to get this feeling like I need to go to a shelter to look at these dogs, to see how they're living, because I've never been to a shelter. And one day I just grew the courage to just go to a shelter. I went to 4 different ones here in Chicago. I wanted to feel like he was still there, and the way that I felt that it was through another pet. My intentions were never to adopt another pet, because everybody kept saying, oh, just get another one, it's just a dog, just get another one. And that's the reason why it stopped me from adopting another pet, because I feel like if I adopt another pet, I was doing what people were telling me to do, just get another one. And it felt like I was replacing my baby, and there was nothing that was ever gonna replace Chico. But then watching Brent at Water, her videos, it kind of made me open up my eyes to a different side. I saw things a little bit different, but I guess that's just the cycle of life. You never know. That's why you gotta cherish what you have in front of you, what you have right now, you know? And then when I went to the last shelter, there were so many smaller dogs, and it just broke my heart, you know? The fact that some of them have been there for a year, and this is like a jail cell for them, you know? They wanna leave, they wanna go home. So after thinking long and hard, I built up the courage to say, you know what? I want to change the life of one of these beautiful dogs. And I want to take one home and give him the best life that he's ever going to have. Spoil him the same way I spoiled Chico. Love him the same way I love Chico, or probably even more. The love that some of us have for pets is just incredible. A lot of people don't understand because they don't care about pets. But if you are a pet lover like myself, you understand we get each other. So after deciding that, yes, you know what, I do want to adopt a pet, and I do want to take one home and just love him and at least rescue one. After making that decision, I went back to the shelter, and all I had to do was just pick one. And the one that I picked, his name is Teddy. When I first saw him, it was just kind of like love at first sight. He was the calmest in his cage. He was just looking everywhere. He looked scared, and he also looked like he didn't want to be there. He is 3 years old, and he is right here with me, and I want to introduce you guys. I want to finally introduce him to the world. And it feels so good to have another furry baby back in the house. So you guys, he is here with me right now, and I want to introduce you guys to my little baby, Teddy. I have here Teddy. Like I said, his name is Teddy. Hi, Teddy. This is my little adopted child. I rescued him from the shelter. He is such a lovable, beautiful creature. He is just the freaking cutest, you guys. He likes to play a lot, like a lot. He'll wake up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and just start running around the house, and I'm just like, this is just like a damn toddler. He is a Norfolk Terrier, and he loves giving kisses, right? You guys, he has completely changed my whole entire life. Everything that I thought I wasn't going to be able to do, which is love another baby like this, completely went out the window the day I brought him home, because he was just, he's just a true godsend. Like I said, he is 3 years old. He loves treats, he loves toys. You guys, I have bought him so many toys. I never thought that I was gonna buy him so many toys, but he's so freaking spoiled. I see myself I catch myself all the time going to PetSmart, going to Petco, and every time I see a toy, it's like, okay, he's getting this one. I sometimes get carried away, and hubby's just like, okay, relax. He doesn't need so many toys, and I'm just like, yes he does, because he's still a baby. And I just love him so much. Like I said, I didn't think that I was capable of loving again, but he completely changed my whole entire world, and it was truly love at first sight. And just to see him from the cage that he was on, and nobody wanted him for 6 months, I feel like it was meant to be, because if it wasn't for Chico, I don't think he would be here either. He'd probably be still at the pound or maybe in some other home. You know, nobody wants to lose their baby soon. We've all want them to be with us forever and ever, but I'm just glad that he's still a baby, and I'm gonna take care of him so good, so he can live a long life. But yeah, you guys, his name is Teddy, and he is officially part of my family forever and ever. And I'm just so glad and I'm so happy that he's here with me now. To be honest with you, adopting was the best decision I could have ever made. These babies need to be adopted. They don't need to be in a cage crying for someone to come rescue them. So guys, if you are ever planning to get a baby responsibly, of course, make sure you check out a shelter, because they freaking know what you're doing for them. And Teddy knows exactly what I did for him, and I think every day he loves kisses. He kisses me when I wake up, he kisses me when I lay down, like he just kisses me all the freaking time. I'm kind of surprised that he's actually calm and peaceful and quiet. And I'm so glad that he's not camera shy. So yeah, if you are planning to get a baby, make sure you check out a shelter before thinking about buying. I will never ever buy a pet. I'd rather go adopt one, because like I said, they know what you do for them. But alright, you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I really wanted to introduce my little baby to you guys, because he is part of me. He is part of my family now. And it feels so damn good to finally show him off to the world. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you think Teddy is a cutie, please give this video a huge thumbs up. And I'm so sorry I got emotional. You guys gotta understand that that's still very touching for me. It's a very touchy subject, and even though I do think about it all the time, I try not to get on camera and cry. Teddy's like, okay, let's wrap this up and let's go upstairs and eat. But alright, you guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Say bye with your little paw. Say bye. Say bye. He's like, oh my god, let's just go.